Have you ever wondered why your heart feels everything long before your mind can explain it? Why you walk into a room and instantly sense tension, sadness, or truth, even when everyone else pretends everything is fine? Why you get tired around certain people, even if they never said a word? If you've ever felt this, it's because you are an empath. And for a long time, you've been carrying a weight that was never meant to be yours. Take a slow breath. Let it fill your chest completely. Exhale gently. This moment is yours now. Your sanctuary, your protection, your awakening. Empaths spend years believing something is wrong with them. They think they are too sensitive, too emotional, too intense. But the truth is the opposite. You feel deeply because you were born with emotional intelligence that most people never develop. You see what others avoid. You hear what others don't say. You notice the smallest shifts in tone, energy, expression, and intention. Let me ask you something. When was the last time someone truly understood what you were feeling? When was the last time you didn't have to shrink yourself to make someone else comfortable? When was the last time you stopped absorbing the emotions in the room and allowed yourself to just exist? For years, you've played roles that drained your spirit. The healer, the listener, the emotional anchor, the quiet, strong one who holds other people's storms. But deep inside, a part of you is tired, not because you are weak, but because you've been strong in ways no one sees. This is the moment that begins to change. Breathe again, deeper this time. Let your shoulders drop. Feel the tension slowly melt. You have permission to set everything down. You are not responsible for the healing of everyone around you. You are not responsible for carrying pain that was never yours. You are not responsible for fixing people who don't want to change. Your only responsibility now is yourself. Place a hand over your heart. Feel the warmth. Feel the rhythm. That heartbeat is your truth, your boundary, your return to yourself. And with every breath, let these words sink deeper. I am allowed to protect my energy. I am allowed to take up space. I am allowed to rest. I release what is not mine. I call my power back to me. Empaths awaken when they finally understand that their sensitivity is not a burden, it is a compass. It guides you toward what is real, what is aligned, and what is meant for you. It also warns you when something is draining your spirit. Right now, you are remembering who you were before the world taught you to stay quiet, before you dimmed your light to keep the peace, before you said yes when your soul was screaming no. This awakening is gentle but powerful. It starts in your chest, a warm expansion, a quiet knowing, a soft voice whispering, "It's time." Time to stop abandoning yourself. Time to honor your own needs. Time to reclaim the energy you've been giving away for years. Ask yourself, what emotions am I carrying that are not mine? Whose expectations have I been trying to meet at the cost of my own peace? What would my life be like if I protected my energy with the same devotion I give to others? Let the answers rise naturally. There is no rush. The awakening of an empath is slow, sacred, and deeply personal. Breathe again. Feel how your body softens. Feel how your mind quiets. Feel how your spirit begins to come home. And repeat softly, I honor my sensitivity. I honor my boundaries. I honor my intuition. I honor my awakening. You are stepping into a new chapter now, one where you no longer carry the world, but instead carry yourself with love, strength, and clarity. Your awakening has begun, and nothing can stop it. Now that you've begun returning to yourself, it's time to understand something essential. Your sensitivity is not a weakness. It is your intelligence. Your ability to feel is not a flaw. It is your power. And your intuition has never been wrong. Take a breath and let these words settle into your chest. For most empaths, the turning point happens quietly. You reach a moment when you realize that constantly overgiving does not bring love. It brings exhaustion. You begin to see that people-pleasing does not create connection. It creates imbalance. You notice that absorbing other people's emotions does not heal them. It drains you. This is the shift. The moment you stop carrying what was never yours. The moment you stop abandoning yourself just to be accepted. The moment you begin choosing peace over approval. Let me ask you gently, how many times have you silenced your truth to avoid conflict? How many times have you forgiven too quickly just to keep the connection alive? How many times have you stayed in situations long after your intuition told you to leave? If you're honest with yourself, you'll realize something powerful. Your intuition always warned you. Your body always felt the truth first. Your heart always whispered the answer. But now you are finally listening. Breathe, slowly, deeply, intentionally. Empaths awaken the moment they choose themselves. Not in a selfish way, but in a sacred way. You begin to notice patterns. People who speak in circles but never change. People who love the way you make them feel but never offer the same back. People who drain your light and call it connection. People who confuse your kindness with lack of boundaries. And you start asking new questions. Does this situation feel peaceful or heavy? Does this person uplift me or deplete me? Does this connection expand me or shrink me? Does this version of me honor who I truly am. As you awaken, you realize something profound. Your energy is precious. Your peace is sacred. Your intuition is a gift. Your boundaries are necessary. No more shrinking to fit into places you've outgrown. No more sacrificing your needs to keep the harmony. No more betraying yourself to stay connected. This time, you choose you. Breathe again. Feel your chest rise and fall. Feel your body grounding itself. Feel your spirit becoming lighter. Repeat softly, letting each affirmation sink deeply. I choose my peace. I choose my boundaries. I choose relationships that honor my heart. I choose to stop absorbing pain that is not mine. I choose to trust my intuition fully. I choose to respect my energy. I choose myself. Every time you repeat these words, you reclaim another piece of yourself. You strengthen the inner voice you've ignored too long. You dissolve old patterns that kept you small. You rise into the version of yourself who is strong, awake, and aligned. You are not meant to heal the world alone. You are meant to heal yourself first, and let your example inspire others. You're learning that self-respect is not harsh. It is clarity. Choosing yourself is not abandonment. It is truth. Saying no is not rejection. It is protection. Having boundaries is not selfish. It is self-love. This awakening is not about becoming someone new. It is about returning to who you were before the world told you to dim your light. Breathe one more time, deeply and without rush. You are stepping into emotional independence. You are stepping into intuitive clarity. You are stepping into the kind of peace that cannot be disturbed. You are awakening, and you are finally learning what it feels like to belong to yourself. As you continue awakening, something remarkable begins to happen. You stopped reacting to everything around you, and you start responding from a place of clarity. You no longer absorb every emotion in the room. You no longer feel responsible for fixing everyone's pain. You no longer mistake chaos for connection. Instead, you start watching people more closely. You observe their patterns instead of their promises. You listen to their actions instead of their explanations. You notice who drains you, who respects you, and who only shows up when they need something. This is when an empath truly steps into their power. Let me ask you something important. How many years of your life were shaped by the belief that you existed to keep everyone happy? How many times did you believe your worth depended on how much you gave? How many relationships survived only because you carried all the emotional weight? This new version of you is not here to repeat those cycles. Now you are learning to pause before giving. You are learning to breathe before reacting. You are learning to check in with yourself before sacrificing your needs. This is emotional maturity. This is intuitive strength. This is spiritual awakening.
You begin to understand that empathy is not the same as over-responsibility. You can care deeply without abandoning yourself. You can love fully without losing your boundaries. You can support others without collapsing your own energy. Breathe deeply and feel this truth settle inside you. You are not here to be a sponge for other people's emotions. You are here to be a mirror of truth, compassion, and self-respect. As your inner clarity rises, some things fall away naturally. You lose tolerance for manipulation. You lose interest in superficial relationships. You lose patience for emotional inconsistency. You lose the need to fix what doesn't want to be healed. And this feels like freedom. You begin choosing silence instead of arguments, distance instead of self-betrayal, boundaries instead of explanations, peace instead of approval. Your energy becomes more selective. Your time becomes more intentional. Your heart becomes more protected, not closed, but wise. Repeat these affirmations with presence and conviction. I honor my feelings without apology. I protect my peace without guilt. I no longer carry emotions that do not belong to me. I attract relationships that respect my sensitivity. I trust my intuition more than anyone's expectations. I give from overflow, not depletion. I choose clarity, peace, and emotional truth. Let these affirmations sink into your nervous system. Let them shape the way you show up in the world from now on. You are learning that being an empath does not mean being overwhelmed. It means being aware. It means seeing what others miss. It means feeling deeply, but not losing yourself in the process. And with each breath you take, you are becoming stronger, calmer, and more aligned with who you truly are. Your awakening is not loud. It's not dramatic. It's not chaotic. It's quiet. It's steady. It's powerful. It is the moment you finally choose yourself, not out of fear, but out of truth. And the more you choose yourself, the more your world begins to change around you.
As you reach this final part of the journey, breathe slowly and let your entire body soften. You've spent so much of your life carrying emotions, stories, and responsibilities that were never yours. You've spent years absorbing the unspoken pain of others while silently ignoring your own. But now, something inside you is shifting. Your heart is no longer willing to be a container for the chaos around you. Your intuition is no longer willing to be silenced. Your spirit is no longer willing to shrink itself to make others comfortable. You are awakening in the quietest, strongest way. This awakening doesn't look like what people imagine. It's not a burst of confidence or a sudden transformation. It's subtle, steady, like the rising sun. At first, barely noticeable. Then, it becomes impossible to ignore. You begin to hear your true voice again, the one that was buried under years of pleasing, overgiving, and emotional exhaustion. You start noticing what drains you, what nourishes you, what aligns with your inner truth, and little by little, you take your power back. Let me ask you gently, how long have you been abandoning yourself just to keep the peace? How long have you been shrinking your energy so others wouldn't feel threatened? How long have you been prioritizing emotional survival over emotional honesty? You don't have to live that way anymore. You don't have to prove your worth through sacrifice. You don't have to be the strong one all the time. You don't have to carry what is not yours. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself standing in a quiet, open space. You are not holding anything. You are not carrying anyone. You are simply there, with your breath, your presence, and your truth. Feel the relief in your chest. Feel the lightness in your shoulders. Feel the calm settling into your mind. This is what it feels like to finally stop abandoning yourself. Repeat slowly. I release the weight that was never mine. I am no longer available for emotional chaos. I honor what my spirit needs. I choose relationships that respect my sensitivity. I allow myself to rest, to heal, and to rise. I trust my inner wisdom. I no longer lose myself in order to be loved. I am awakening to my true power. Let these words enter your body. Let them become part of how you breathe, walk, speak, and choose. Because this version of you, the one who honors their intuition, protects their energy, and listens to their heart, is the version that will guide you into the life you've been longing for. You're not becoming someone new. You're returning to who you were before the world convinced you to dim your light. And from this day forward, may you walk with clarity. May you speak with honesty. May you choose with courage. May you give without losing yourself. May you feel deeply without drowning in what isn't yours. And may your awakening continue to unfold in ways that bring you peace, strength, and inner truth. Now take one last breath, slow, deep, intentional. Anchor everything you felt today into your heart. And when you open your eyes, remember, your sensitivity is not your weakness. It is your superpower. Your intuition is not an overreaction. It is guidance. Your healing is not a quiet phase. It is the beginning of your real life. You are awakening. You are rising. You are coming home to yourself. And if this message brought you clarity, comfort, or strength today, take a moment to stay connected. If you feel guided, subscribe for more morning affirmations created to help you protect your energy, awaken your intuition, and step fully into the person you were always meant to be. Your healing matters. Your voice matters. Your light matters. And the world needs you, fully, freely, authentically.